Hi, everyone. My name is Jem, and I am the creator of Goodberry Cafe. And thank you so much for joining us and for tuning in to A Court of Trust and Reimbursements, this kickoff to our legal defense fundraiser. Before we dive into the games, I know we're running a little late today, but we were figuring things out as we go. I do want to share a little bit on why this event exists and why it matters. So, a little backstory. I've been cosplaying as a hobby for the past 10 years, but my true passion has always been in immersive experiences. I love creating environments where people can step into and feel transported out of space and time. I've been creating and designing and acting in these sorts of things with my art collective since 2017, where we've done just that. We've been creating things like vintage space diners, cyberpunk emotion spas, hidden fantasy speakeasy taverns, and these things we do at events like Burning Man and Neotropolis. We've never charged for any of it. Everything we've built was offered for free, and sorry, I had a notification, had to turn those off. Everything we've built was offered for free, and I've poured thousands of dollars of my own money into these projects because if at least one person walked in and was moved or felt something magical in what we created, it was honestly the best feeling ever. So for years, I've been trying to figure out how to take that work beyond the desert and into the public. Like, how do I turn what I love into something sustainable? How do I maybe finally get paid for it? That would ultimately be the dream. And I thought that this convention opportunity that I had was going to be my first chance. So earlier this year, I was contracted as a cast member for a bookish fantasy ball at a convention at the Gaylord Hotel in Maryland. And it was really the first time that my cosplay or my character work had been recognized by someone. And it felt really good. I was invited to play Gwyneth Berdara, a character in the ACOTAR book series. She was a redhead, and I always have to cosplay every redhead I can. She was awkward and nerdy and genuine, and she really valued her connections. And above all, she was dealing with deep trauma from her past, but slowly learning to be stronger. She's a really great character. Um, with I really connected with her, and I couldn't ask for a better character to be cast as. And I would get to play her and interact with guests and create magic for people at a fantasy ball. And it really sounded like the chance I was waiting for. Um, the contract that I had with this convention stated that my travel, hotel, and costume would be covered. And I was excited to get to go to a trip to a place that I haven't been before. But I was really most excited about the dress for the ball. I grew up pretty low income and I'm still struggling. I was laid off last year and just relocated to Denver. So, in this point in my life, thinking that I could buy and wear a ball gown in a fantasy ball, it just really felt like it could be a dream. So, I was very, very excited about that. Unfortunately, those expenses were not paid upfront like they had been agreed, but I was told that we would be reimbursed after the event. And trusting that, I put those costs on my credit card and attended the event. However, when we arrived, none of our hotels were covered, and we were charged in full for our hotel room at this pretty nice hotel. We were told that it was an error and it would be corrected. Um, so the cast members, stayed and fulfilled our duties all weekend in good faith, really believing that this issue would be fixed. I personally still tried my absolute best to make those little bits of magic and those magical moments for people all throughout the fantasy ball that I was working at, even though it felt like everything was falling apart around us at this convention. Um, it's now been 2 months since that convention happened, and I have not received any reimbursement for my travel, hotel, or costume. The charges for everything hit my credit score, and it directly harmed my financial stability after an already difficult year. And I'm not alone. there are many others that were connected to this event that were also left unpaid. Authors, other actors, cast members, with no answers and no accountability. And personally, I don't understand why. I always try to see the other side of things and put myself in another person's shoes. But in this situation, I was really just left confused and hurt. And so that's why I'm here today. And that's why I'm here all week. I'm raising funds for legal fees so I can take action and hold them accountable. Because at the end of the day, it's not right. Artists and authors and performers deserve fair treatment. Our work has value, and we should not be put in debt for doing the job that we were contracted to do. At the end of it all, this fundraiser isn't just about me, it's about standing up for creative labor in general and reminding people that our stories are worth telling and our art is worth protecting. So all week long, we have 83 incredible players and GMs from around the world coming together to tell stories, roll dice, and help raise funds. This is the very first event of this channel, and I hope it will be the start of a long future of TTRPG's storytelling, community advocacy, and using play to build something better together. So each of our games for this event will have unique donation redemptions and awards to help you influence the game or cause a little chaos. So I hope you'll join us for this next week to help us have a little fun and have a little fun yourself. So thank you for being here, and thank you for joining us in the cafe. Thank you for donating, for sharing, and for listening. Every little bit helps, and I'm glad you found us. So pull up a chair, snuggle up with a warm beverage, and enjoy the show as we move into our first game. All right. All right, so our first game today at Goodberry Cafe, whew, that was a lot to say, is Noblesse Goblige. This game is a game where there is a power vacuum in Vertibog, a swampy city full of goblins. You, as a player, are a rising scion of a high goblin clan. Will you act civilized or go goblin mode? So it's described as a mix between Game of Thrones and Bridgerton-y kind of things with goblins. I was very intrigued. Never played it before, but I'm really excited to have this group together to play it with me. Before we jump into introductions, I do just want to say we have some fun redemptions for this game. You'll see them listed on the Tiltify, but I'm going to go through them right now. So for $1, you can make us hydration check, and this is a limit 6, so we don't take too many breaks, but a hydration check is where we'll all take a second to make sure that we stay hydrated. For $5, Totoro appears, and Totoro is my dog. He's a mini Aussie Corgi. He'll make a surprise appearance on my screen. For $7, you can give a card to a player of your choice. That will make more sense as we start playing. We will be looking to collect cards in our hoard. For $10, you can make a player discard a card in their hoard, so that's a little bit of punishment. For $12, you can have a player talk in a different accent for the next scene. For $15, a mysterious stranger will appear and cause instant goblin intrigue in the game, which is a way of sort of mixing things up in this game. For $20, you can ask for a flashback sequence where a character must narrate a sudden dramatic backstory moment. This is a game where we don't build a backstory for our characters, so this is going to be an improv challenge for sure. For $20, you can also choose to give Totoro a treat, and we will try to bring him here to give him the treat. But he is a little chunky, a little heavy dog, so I might need help picking him up. But we'll give him a treat, but limit 3 for him. For $25, you can make the whole table speak in a sing-song for the next scene, cause a musical episode. For $30, you can choose 2 characters to have a quick roleplay scene together. For $35, you can trigger a character's reality TV confessional. For $40, you can advance the Looming Doom roll by 1, which is something that will also make sense as we start playing. For $45, you can advance the Slimy Judgment roll by 1, similarly. For $50, I will become a Murloc in and out of game. For $55, you can ban a word for the rest of the game, and every time that word is used, the player has to discard a card. For $60, I will become a literal dice goblin and wear a D20 costume that I own. And for $150, Goodberry Cafe will run a 3-hour D&D one-shot for you and your friends. We also have a fun milestone reward for the whole event, where if we hit $750 of our goal, I will learn how to set up and stream a video game and play a scary game live on stream. I am a scaredy cat. Luigi's Mansion terrifies me. So I'm sure you all would have fun watching that. I know I won't, but it might be funny to watch that. All right, so with that, I want to introduce you to our table. So first off, looking at the layout, let's start with Jojo. Would you mind introducing yourself and where people can find you?
Oh, sure. Hi, guys. I'm Jojo. Tonight I will be playing Joyfee Slalazar, Goblin. And you can find me on my link tree at Jojo Culturalist. Also, please check out Apochromatic Unlimited, which is my home camp, where they do a lot of good work doing uplifting marginalized voices, BIPOC creators, and kind of doing like a little flight school for people to sort of get their wings into the TTRPG space. So highly recommend checking them out.
All right. Up next, we've got Merm.
My mic almost fell. Hi, everybody. My name is Merm. I use she, they pronouns. And tonight I'm going to be playing Forks Fanglington, who's just a warrior guy. I'm really excited for you all to meet them. They use they, them pronouns. And yeah, you can find me kind of all over the place. I'll do a bit more of a promo at the end, but I don't really have a home base for a channel. So kind of just everywhere. Yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Up next, Anna.
Hi, everyone. My name is Anna. I use she, her pronouns. You can find me everywhere across the web at Local Level Up Lady. And if you don't find me there, I am the co-creator of Hilarity Safe RPG. We've got some really fun stuff that we're working on. And yeah, I do a lot of AP. I like to be silly online, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to be playing Slimette Stinkworth the Third.
All right, and on.
Hi, I am Ondoin. You would probably recognize me most from my channel Roll D5, where we specialize in playing indie TTRPGs. New cast, new system every single week, so the stuff going along here this week, admirable, because that stuff's hard. And I am going to be playing Mabel, who is basically a hobbit.
All right, and I realized I didn't introduce myself or character, so I'm Jem. You can find me most places at Gemaginative, or this channel now that we're starting it. And I'll be playing Tilly McGob. She uses she, her pronouns. Okay, so with that, I think we are ready to jump into the action. I'm going to read the prologue to this story. So give us a little backstory. So, Lady Stinkworth, matriarch of the Stinkworth clan and current gob boss of the goblin clans of Vertibog, has died without naming a successor. Her most skeletal remains were found in mysterious circumstances on the precipice of the Great Puddle, the resting place of the slime god Mwok, the acidic entity that all of goblinkind has sworn fearful fealty to. The parishioners of Mwok have declared this as a divine proclamation that the Stinkworths are not fit to lead goblinkind. Those in power have been brought low, the clans are riled up, and the leadership vacuum will be filled, whether through civil politics, high-profile unions, occult ritual, or war. You are a goblin scion, so us players, representing your clan as a potential successor to the title of Gob Boss. You were raised for this. You will rise to the occasion to see your clan exalted. You will seek influence, wealth, romance, and power. You will make allies, betray your fans, fall in love with your enemies, and do what it takes to secure success for your clan. The future of goblinkind is in your hands. So one of the first things we had to do pre-stream to determine what goblins are like in this world. So one of the fun things this game has is that you get to create your own version of goblins. So together we decided that our goblins are fuzzy. They come in multiple colors. They're just little guys. They're more gremlin-like than anything. They are water sensitive, and they can hulk out. And their ranking system within their clans often depends on how fluffy they are. So keep that in mind as we are talking about our goblins. All right. From there, we jump into the first scene, which is our... Scrolling down. Oh no, we don't jump into our first scene yet. Sorry, I take that back. We have a couple more things to determine about our goblins. All right, so the Gobservations of Vertibog. The setting of this game is a character of its own. The strange city-state of Vertibog is located in a partially swampy biome and is primarily populated by goblins. On the borders of goblin territory, one might find the nasty but dispossessed buggins, the unknowable multiplying funglins, and the clever but dangerous humans. The only established features of Vertibog are the estate of Greenmanor, the seat of power for goblinkind, the thing we all want, and the Great Puddle, the holy and magical pool where the god Mwok resides. Vertibog is developed, but assumed to be a little less so than the human settlements, but more so than the dwellings of the wilder sentient beings. So now we're going to go in turn and establish one fact about the setting of Vertibog. It could be a visual description, something about the flora or fauna, something about the buildings, or even something about the fashion or culture. Since this is a game influenced by Regency dramas, you might want to think about what propriety looks like in goblin culture. What sort of behavior might cause a goblin to be socially shamed? And so we're going to go around in our turn order and establish at least 2 facts each. So one fact at a time until we go around twice. And so in our turn order, we're going to start with Merm. If you could tell us one fact about Vertibog.
Yes. Something about Vertibog is that your social standing almost immediately goes down if you bring up something good about humans. It is just a hushed subject for a lot of us. I talk about them because my family beats them and is at war with them a lot. So I'm able to talk in that sense, but not in good ways. In good ways for them.
Love that. All right, next in turn order is Jojo.
All right. I think, let's see, something about goblin culture.
Or this land.
Or the land.
We live in.
Or the land. But the land is called
Vertibog.
Vertibog. It implies we live is it in a bog?
It says it's a swamp, which is really funny,
Yeah.
and it's near the Great Puddle, which is really funny because we made them water
I know.
sensitive.
We did make them sensitive to water. So I think maybe it's perhaps a mark of status to have big fluffy plumes, because if we're not able to control ourselves being water adverse, it's almost like a statement of like control, kind of like birds with feathers, right? Or, kind of like I am big and fluff, but I think perhaps the more fluff, the more notoriety, right? I think the more fluff, the more notoriety.
Love it. All right. Actually, I'm gonna start calling you by your goblin names.
Joyfee. Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
So we got Joyfee. Miriam, what was your goblin's first name?
Forks.
Works. Awesome. And I think I got everybody else's. All right. So Slimette, you're next to describe something.
Yes. So I think while hulking out is certainly a taboo out in public, much like in the Regency era, where once you hit a certain age, you're kind of foisted out onto the marriage mart. When you come of age in Vertibog, you are allowed one hulking out on your birthday before you're set loose into the adult world. Only one.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh man. All right, I'm next. I will say that in Vertibog, they've adapted human tools, utensils, as weapons, thinking that when the humans are eating their food, they are attacking them. So popular weapons in our goblin culture are forks and spoons and knives.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And then on your turn.
I'm thinking something like dress code. It's kind of like a unspoken rule that you must be clean and well ironed at all times. If someone catches like a speck of wine on your collar, basically you get that stink eye. You're just like, ooh, you really don't take care of yourself, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, one more round, starting back at the top.
Okay. I'm gonna also piggyback off of fashion, and because we're in a bog, swampy sort of area, the most sought after piece of like natural accessory that you can find is like a piece of like a willow branch, because it's long and flowy and you can like attach it to any part of your body. That would be the only thing that would be considered like okay to have like a little bit of water on, or like not to be fully ironed, because it takes a lot, because we're just little guys, and so it takes us a little bit to get up and to those willow branches.
Love that. All right, Jojo. Or Joy. Dang, I got it. Okay.
Joyfee.
Goblin
Yeah,
names.
right. I did pick a
Goblin
J-O
names.
name, right? Okay. So I've okay. I don't know if this is real life. Was obviously not. Shut up. It's fine. Okay. I don't know how starch works, right? For clothes. I think follow me. Follow me. All right. So I think like you starch clothes to make them stiff, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like
Yeah.
right. So I'm thinking if we're like in a boggy place and we don't want to get wet. I think there's something I'm thinking of like Regency style, and I'm thinking maybe starching their fur so that it's very like like poof so maybe like if you had like fuzzy shoulder pads, you starch your shoulder fluff, right? Or eyebrows, really starched eyebrow. You think I was thinking about clothes, but no, I'm thinking about the fluff. We starch my eyebrows, be real powerful in this bitch. Okay, so I think there's something to be said for starching goblin fluff. All right, that's what I'm going with.
Love it. Um,
They powdered wigs in, is that real shit that I'm talking about? They powdered wigs or
yeah,
something back in the day? Okay.
yeah. Don't ask
Yeah,
me
this
how
works.
they worked, but Slimet, your turn. We do have some redemptions, and we'll get to those as soon as we're done describing Vertibog.
So I think to bounce off of your earlier addition, Gem, of us goblin folk using human utensils as weaponry, I think a sure sign of wealth in the society is a family owning a spork. It's almost like an heirloom that's handed down. Whoever the strongest fighter is, the noble house, gets a spork.
I love this world. I think I'm going to add, since we're going Regency life style, I am going to add that public displays of intimacy is frowned upon. It's scandalous. Even holding hands should only happen with two that are serious with one another.
Ooh.
Could be a huge scandal. And then on for our last fact, or Maple.
Could I get like a TLDR of what we've done so far?
Mm-hmm. I will repeat them. Okay, so we got your social standing goes down if you bring up something good about humans. Big fluffy plumes are statements of status. Hulking out in public is taboo, but you get one hulking out on your birthday when you come of age. Popular weapons are forks, spoons, and knives. There is an unspoken rule that you have to be clean and well ironed at all times. Willow branch accessories are accessories that are often worn, and they're the only ones that could be okay to have water on them. The goblins starch their fluff to make it poofier. Wealth is owning a spork, and holding hands could be scandalous.
I think I want to add to the willow branch thing, and it's kind of like a display of wealth in the most subtle of ways. Is having within those branches, like attached to it, leaves, flowers, or some other things that is currently not in season.
All right. And that's a good thing to have those things attached to them?
A very subtle display of wealth that's kind of like, oh, how did you
It's like
get
a labubu.
marigold? You know, something silly. But this is not so silly. This is serious.
Okay. Love it. All right. Now we move on. We've already picked our clans. We did that before stream, but in the game, that has you do it at this stage. All right. Next, we go around before we get into character, before we get into the first narrative scene. And we've already introduced our goblin character and our name and pronouns. But the next thing we have to do is we have to pick 2 attractive qualities for them. And then you allow another player to pick one for you. So there's a list of attractive qualities in the game, but you're free to make up your own. And make sure that each player gets to establish at least one attractive quality for another goblin. Qualities that are attractive to goblins may not be the same as those that are attracted to humans. It's up to us to collectively decide what goblins value, and we've done a lot of that so far. So the attractive qualities listed in the game, which are hilarious, are slippery, muscular, aromantic. Oh no, that's not aromatic. Clever, silly, hyperactive, composed, colorful, sharp of teeth, sharp of mind, knobby, bumpy, hairy, scaly, feathery, spiky, smooth, iridescent, acerbic personality, acerbic flavor, feral, muck-fearing, musical, athletic, artistic, well-spoken, pretty, handsome, serious, tall, small, wide, narrow, romantic, aloof, and passionate. We do not have to choose from that list. So if we start, one way to make this is, if you all are up for it, if the next person in line chooses your third attractive quality, does that work for you all? Just to make sure
Sure.
everyone gets a chance to choose.
Hell yeah.
So, Merm, you are first to choose 2 for yourself, and then Jojo will give you a third, or Joyfie will give you a third. I will stick eventually.
My 2 wow, I have already forgot. My 2 attractive qualities that I would like that fit my character is bumpy and wide.
Okay. All right.
I need to be as fluffy as
And then-
possible. Hello?
All right. Bumpy and wide, and a suitable third trait. I think. How about if you're bumpy and wide? I think. I think tall.
Okay.
Right. You could be an absolute unit.
Yeah.
Which
Unit.
you could be an absolute unit.
And the little guys.
Yeah.
Wide.
You could be strangely Herculean. That's kind of awesome.
All right. Joyfie, you could pick your 2, and Slimette will choose your third.
Okay. I think let's see, 2 attractive qualities for Joyfie. I think he would have to he's obviously muck fearing, right? So that one's a given, right? He's got to be muck fearing. And I think iridescent. I'm going to go with iridescent from all the muck fearing.
All right. And then Slimette gives you a third. Oh, God.
All right. I think you being a bit of a slime priest, I think you're also very slippery.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with it.
And it could be personality or physical.
We'll see.
Whatever.
We'll
Who knows?
see.
Hopefully not.
Careful.
Need that starch.
Careful.
Hmm.
Yeah, we'll get- that's why we keep the starch on hand.
Just houses.
All right. Slimette, your attractive qualities.
Yes. I think Slimette is a bit sharp of teeth. And I think she's also a little scaly.
Love that.
A little gremlin coated, perhaps.
And I give you your other one. I think I'm going to say that you're also passionate.
Ooh.
All right, my turn for Tilly. 2 that I'm going for Tilly are artistic and fashionable. Just vary with the times. And On gives me or Maple gives me a third.
Kind-hearted.
That is going to change how I was going to play this character.
I figured as much.
Dang. Well, that's going to be hard in this game. All right, and then Maple, you're 2, and Forks will give you a third.
Okay. I came up with tufted ears and it's like galaxy starry eyes. So when you look into her eyes, it's basically just lots of sparkles and stars.
Dang.
And the third one that I give
Forks.
to you is mysterious.
Okay.
That works with the eyes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Next, all scions in this world have an internal desire, something that is beyond or parallel to them becoming this gob boss that fuels their motivations and flavors their social or political agenda. So I want you to think of a desire, but keep it to yourself. And then scions will keep track of the notoriety of their clan. So we are at this event representing our clan. We have, just so the audience knows, we have a virtual table. This game is played with a deck of cards and some like tokens. It's not fun to look at, but we're going to be using like a virtual deck of cards and virtual tokens to keep track of things in the game. Otherwise, I'd have it up in a virtual tabletop, but it's not a fun screen. So for notoriety, each one of these tokens equals your notoriety. So all clans start with one notoriety token, and they obtain more when prompted through play. A token reflects a way in which the clan's infamousness can be used as a resource. Notoriety tokens are spent to influence the game by taking one of the following actions. So draw a card at any point, start a rumor at the end of the player's turn, or if you represent the Stinkworth clan, declare that you are privy to the information being discussed in a scene by way of spies. One of the other clans in the scene can shut this down by spending a token as well. And so in this token distribution, there is a clan, the Undergris, which is Maple's clan, that starts with 4 notoriety tokens because they have special things that they can do. So
Guess
on your virtual
figure out what
tabletops,
those are, huh?
on your virtual tabletops, you should see that each of you has a little token next to your name. Now, you see that?
Oh, sick.
Okay, those are your little goblin tokens. All right, moving on. Next, we are forming connections between our characters. We're going to take turns drawing a card, and the card drawn will establish the relationship with the next person in the turn order, depending on the suit drawn. The last person to draw will have a connection with the first. All right, so Forks, if you could draw the first card and tell us what you get, and I will read what that means.
Yeah. It is the 6 of clubs.
All right, so clubs, your connection with Joyfie, I should have that more easily accessible, is a connection related to secrets. What do they know about you that others don't? And do you trust them with this information? And share that.
Oh, I'm sharing it aloud.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Forks has not made their debut yet. And so Joyfie knows who is actually going to be showing up as the scion, which everyone will soon meet. But for now, it is that. And I don't trust Joyfie with this information.
Ooh, okay.
I gotta start.
Joyfie.
I gotta start shit. Hello? Hello?
How
Am I
dare you?
Am I discarding this in the discard pile on the tabletop?
Leave it there for now, and
Okay.
It gets reshuffled right after this round.
Sweet.
Joyfie, your turn to draw a card and tell us what you get.
Okay, draw a card and tell us what we get. Let's see. I drew a King of Clubs.
All right, so you also have a connection related to secrets with Slimette. What do they know about you that others don't? And do you trust them with this information?
What do they know about me that others don't? Let's see. The complimentary trait you gave me was
Slippery.
slippery. Okay. Well, hold on. I got this. Don't
We're setting
y'all
ourselves up
chill.
for success.
Y'all chill out for a second. I'm thinking, okay?
You better think faster.
My apologies.
Well,
Just kidding.
can you not? What the fuck was I gonna let's see. I think that Slimet knows that a piece of information they know about me. What's the whole context again? Can you repeat it to me?
Yeah. They know a connection related to secrets. What do they know about you that others don't? And do you trust them with this information?
That I have slipped someone into a pond and had them hulk out outside of their birthday prior to my ordainment. And I do trust them.
Ordainment is killing me.
Yeah, fucking shady slime priest.
Wonderful.
Was it me?
All right. Slimet, your turn to draw.
All right. That is Jack of Spades.
Spades. All right. So you have with Tilly a connection related to aspiration or rivalry. What about them drives your own ambition, and how are you fundamentally opposed?
Okay. So if I can spill a little bit about our clans. So Tilly is from the McGob clan, and they're really, really good with the humans. I think even though Slimet is a Stinkworth, and she became Scion totally on her own, by the way, she worked really hard for it. Totally. I think she's a little bit jealous and like has this maybe one-sided rivalry with Tilly a little bit because Tilly is so in good with the humans. Because I think Slimet's a little bit like, well, we were kind of like the first to like get the human advancements and like implement them. So, but now they're so in good with the humans. I think there's very much a jealousy and a rivalry there. And I think it causes them to be fundamentally opposed because talking about the humans is so taboo.
That's true. I forgot we added that. That's gonna make my character so difficult.
I feel so bad. I just made your life so much harder. But I also don't feel bad at the same time.
Yeah. All right. Okay, my turn to draw. I got a heart. So about Maple, a romantic or friendly connection. So funny. How do you feel about them? Are these feelings old, concurrent, or yet unexpressed? Ooh, okay.
This is interesting
think-
because my clan versus yours.
That's why
Hmm.
I think at the same time as this rivalry is going on in that direction, I think towards Maple, Tilly puts on airs, but really does find Maple very mysterious. And I think it could be a crush. She doesn't know yet. And it's still what is the word they use? It's still unexpressed. She shouldn't, but who knows? All right. And then Maple's turn.
Okie dokie. I got an ace
diamond.
of diamonds.
So with Forks, you have a connection related to a favor or a transaction. What do you owe them, and what did you gain?
Ooh. Forks, remind me a little bit more about your clan.
My clan's big warriors. We got big, strong ones. That's why I'm so tall and wide and bumpy.
That's a good point.
Dense.
I wonder if it could be something kind of like, almost like bodyguard related.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like used your services at some point, but like paid a shit ton extra. So you're like, well, next time you need something, you just call me.
Yeah. I got your back. I got muscles for days.
Smash.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
Those are our connections.
Said, oh shit.
we have two more things to do before we jump into the first scene. So one is rumors. I don't want us to think too hard about these. Do it rapid fire. We're going to take turns establishing one rumor about each of the scions. The player of that character gets to decide whether or not that rumor is true, but they don't have to decide right away, and they keep that to themselves. But this rumor could be used against the character later in the game. They don't have a mechanical benefit or detriment, but will influence how we feel and talk about each other. All right, so because we've been going in turn order this whole time, I'm going to mix it up. And I'm going to start with Maple. If you could give us a rumor about any of the other clans.
I want to do something against JoJo.
I somehow I knew. So I saw your face and I was like, what?
I feel like there needs to be something. Okay, so we talked a little bit about like the sporks, and I wonder if there's a rumor that either it's directly tied to you or your clan, that there's some sort of like underground like counterfeiting of sporks that families are purchasing. I think that could be a fun rumor.
I have something to build on that, and then we can. I was thinking also on sports. We were simpatico here, but I was thinking the connection be with Slimette, that because they're sharp. One of your traits are sharp, right?
Mm-hmm. Sharp teeth.
That you're chewing on spoons to make them into forks. And that's why I trust you. And that's why I trust you with my secret, because I know you're a fraud.
Oh, you got dirt on me.
Yo.
Maybe.
Shit.
Oh,
I love it.
oh, that's good.
That is good.
This is such a good game.
So we have a rumor about the Stinkworth clan in play. We have a rumor about the Slalazar clan in play. What was that rumor about the Salazar? I was taking notes on something.
I'm in on the spork counterfeits.
Nice.
I turn
Correct.
a blind eye to the sport counterfeits.
All right.
What if we made all of these about sporks? Because now I have a crazy
Yeah.
idea about forks.
Let's do it.
All
As
right.
long as we have a rumor for each of these clans, I'm down. I'm kind of
Come at me.
blanking if anyone wants to jump in.
Come
So
at me
the
right now.
rumor about forks is that they're like big and dense and they look super scary,
Yeah.
but they have not earned their spork yet. And
Okay.
rumor has it they don't deserve one yet.
Okay. All right.
Ooh.
Coming at me like that.
So what does
Dang.
one do to earn their spork? Like, is there like some sort of, there's something nefarious going on there?
Yeah.
All right. We need McGob rumor and an Umber something. Undergrist rumor.
Yeah, that one.
I'm gonna be Regency. I'm really gonna lean in and I'm going to say that Tilly has a secret fiance that no one knows about. And
So good.
yeah, there's a
Whoa.
crush, but that doesn't mean that your family's not like, nah, you got that one over there instead. But you really love somebody else.
I'd like to think that the hair tucking was a convenient like character thing.
All right. We need a rumor about Undergris. Yeah.
Bring it on. What do you got?
If anyone has one before me, go for it. I'm sorting queens.
Okay.
I got one.
Ooh.
You have a connection with humans.
Whoa.
You have so much notoriety around all of us. You talk to them all day.
Which is huge because chat. We don't like humans. They disrupt our cozy way of life. That's
You've got a human on speed dial.
That's one
do.
hell of a rumor.
Okay.
Human friends. Oh,
I love these rumors. Keep them in mind throughout play. So the next thing we do is called drawing our hoard. Let me look at the redemptions. Have we gotten any extra cards? Yes, we did. All right.
yay.
Oh, okay. I'm going to start from the bottom. I will say, Slimette, in your first scene, you should talk in a different accent as a redemption.
I didn't even know which one I was going to use yet.
Very much that you're not the one that you're not going to use. And then, so thank you, Taz, for that. All right, and it looks like Maple got an extra card. Keep that in mind
Okay.
as we draw our hoard stage. We also got a hydration check, so everyone be sure to take a
Nice.
sip.
Don't worry, this isn't an empty cup like in the movies.
Don't worry, mine is 100% an empty cup because I forgot to. Like in the movies.
Salacious.
We also have our first goblin intrigue, which will kick off when we get to the narrative of the story. And thank you, Wizard Styles. And then we have the slime priest, slime scion gets a extra card in your hoard as well from Anonymous.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
So keep that in mind as I'm describing this next round. So on your page, I've given you a queen, except for Undergris, because Undergris has that more notoriety. They don't get starting with the queen. The queen represents a powerful resource for the clan. It should be saved for the right moment or used to bolster your final hoard during the inheriting Greenmanor scene, which is the last scene of the game. Nobody can take this away from you during the game, and it cannot be discarded unless you intentionally play it during the game. The Undergris clan does not get a queen because they start with 4 notoriety tokens, and they have a special mechanic involving jokers that can massively influence the game. At this point, we're all going to draw from the main deck. We're going to draw 3 random cards each that you put into your hand. And this hand represents your starting hoard, which is your current resources that will be defined when they come into play. And you're going to use your hand to influence the game, activate certain mini games, and determine the end state of your clan. So we don't have everyone clicking the deck at once. If Forks, you draw your hand first. Great. And then Joyfie.
All
It
right.
is
I
easier
pull how
'cause
many?
it's closer to your name.
Yeah. Right. How many cards?
You got an extra one, so draw 4 to start.
4 cards. Okay. And they're appearing
And
face down on my screen?
put them in your hand, which is the bottom shelf of your screen.
Oh, I see. I understand. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. I have cards.
great. And then Simet.
All right.
And then it's my turn. All right. And then Maple, you draw 4 because you were gifted an extra card.
Thank you to whomever that was. 2, 3, and 4. All right.
And those cards are your hoard. Great. And let's see if there's anything important to talk about this. In terms of value, aces are always low and have a value of 1. If you have at any point more than 6 cards at the end of your turn, you discard to get back down to 6. If you have any less than 3 at the end of your turn, draw up to get 3. Don't count your queens in your total. There are 2 cards which are spite cards. They are aces or jacks. If held, they can be spent to add unfortunate complications at the end of the game to the clan who ends up inheriting the manor. For the Undergris clan, Joker also counts as a spite card for you. Face cards are high quality resources. You want to try and hold on to those because they matter in the final scene of the game. However, there might be times where you're forced to spend a face card. Jokers. If you have a joker in your hoard, be careful. If people find out, then there's rumors spread about your clan, that your clan is involved in dark, mysterious magics. They are high value, but they don't count as a face card. If Undergris, this is important for you, if your clan gets both jokers, you can spend them both at the same time to instantly jump to the uprising minigame on your turn. And that's a special feature of your clan. And then we are trying to get flushes, which are cards of the same suit, or straights, which are sequential numbers, to use at the end of the game. So it has a little bit of a poker mechanic there. And if you have a flush or a straight at the end of the game, you can sabotage or usurp the manor at the end if your hoard is strong enough. And fortuitous wind. So a player can discard a pair of same value cards to draw 1 more card during that final round as well. So all of those things that require like us figuring out patterns in our cards really comes in at the end, other than Undergris, which if you get 2 jokers, you get a special mini game. Does that make sense, players? All right.
I'm ready.
With that huge intro, I think we are ready for our first scene. So before I pass it over to Stinkworth, everyone is going to put out a card and say what card you're putting out, and draw a card at the same time. And make sure you show that card that you're putting out. And I'm putting out a 10 of hearts.
Ooh.
And then
I am putting out a 3 of spades.
I'm putting out a 9 of hearts.
I'm putting out a 2 of spades.
I will
All right.
put out a 3 of clubs. I think that's a club. Is that a club?
Spades. Oh, no, wait. 3 of
Spades.
3 of spades, yep.
yeah,
3
I
of
always get
spades.
them
Got it.
confused. Don't judge me. All right. And so all of this first scene is called A Remembrance of Our Dear Godmother. All of the scions and their retinues gather at Greenmanor for Lady Stinkworth's wake. The scion of the Stinkworth clan is the host, and I am going to pass it over to the Stinkworth Stinkworth scion to describe what we're walking into and how it looks.
All right. As we drop down, zoom in on the swamp, we see as everybody begins to arrive, there is a long passageway of stagnant water that you have to wade through. And there are giant willow trees draping over top of it, kind of softly moving in the humid breeze. And as you get closer to the manor, it's very finely constructed, but with some rigidness to it from the weather. There's some like maybe beat up boards or like window panelings on the side. But you see that this is very much like a celebration of her lady godmother's life than it is her being mourned. There's spreads of her favorite foods. There's dancing happening. There's like an indoor and outdoor dance floor going on. Drinks are flowing plentiful. The fluff is fluffing. Everybody's kind of dressed to the nines. Like, I think the dress code for this was very much like what would her lady godmother would have wanted to see you wear to this, more so than wanting you to be sad and mournful of her passing.
I love it. All right. And so now we will all arrive, but I want to start with what is Slimette doing as the guests are walking up? What does Slimette look like?
Yeah, I think Slimette is very much playing this Scion situation as kind of like her opportunity to get in good and make herself seem like a good quote unquote heir. So she's kind of buzzing about, grinning with her 2 rows of very sharp teeth. She has her floof very much powdered up and out as it can be, maybe a bit too much in some spots, but you can never be too floofy. She is wearing pieces of willow going down her hair. She's kind of like a little bit of like a light teal color, very fuzzy. And she is just kind of buzzing from person to person like, "Oh, sweetheart, are you doing all right over there? Oh, is your drink full? Is your plate full? We've got squirrel over there that you can eat if you really want it. Chipmunk's great this time of year." And she's just like buzzing from person to person.
We did get a wild Totoro appears. Oh,
Yay!
Totoro!
Oh my
He's
goodness,
very-
look at the guy.
So cute!
He doesn't really like being held.
It's like, get me out of here.
I mean, with those short legs,
Yeah.
it's so far down to the ground.
He also doesn't like fun, so whenever I laugh, he gets upset.
My cat does that too, don't worry.
Little grump.
The one I showed earlier, she does not like.
All right, well, thank you. I didn't see if, that was an anonymous donation, so thank you for that. All right, and then next, if we return to turn order, we're gonna go with Forks arriving.
Forks arrives with their battalion as their retinue. They lead their soldiers as they led them into battles against humans, against what are those called? I should know more of this. Against buggins, against anything that is against the vertibog. I am dressed to my nines in my war attire. But that isn't to say that it is bursting at the seams because I am so fluffy on the inside. I fear that as I bow to the Stinkworth clan, my buttons pop in the front and fluff just comes out. And I'm not embarrassed by it. But you just hear... Hold on one second. all you hear is,
"It's so nice to finally meet the Stinkworth family in person, and I'm so excited for you to be hosting this incredible party. And my battalion and I are so grateful that you were able to give sorry, that's easy. Extended invitation to the Fangling clan and the rest of us behind here. Thank you so much."
Whew. I'm not gonna survive this game. Whew. All right. Up next to arrive is Joyfee Slalazar. Slalazar?
All right, let's do this. Okay. All right. I think Joyfee arrives, his hair appropriately coiffed, his eyebrows starched. They come up halfway up his forehead, and he is slippery. They are slippery, and
I'm gonna need to know what you mean by slippery.
Yeah, I'm about to tell you. Okay, all right. So because they're slick, I imagine wearing like a tube top outfit. Okay, like cuts off at just under the arms here, down into like a long flowing robes, and their fluff on their shoulders is like stylized into shoulder pads. And the reason it's a tube top is because they're slippery and they can just roll in and out of the tube outfit.
So like
This
one
is a
of
goblin.
those 90s toys that are like that gel that if you
Yeah.
hold it just goes
Yeah. And if you hug them, they might just pop out. Who knows? I don't fucking make the rules.
Rockets out.
I feel like you're plotting as like that's how I will kill him. Like squeeze him out. So
Oh my god.
they're
That's what she said.
purple. They are purple tone in a purple tone, and also iridescent. So they are in fact one of the 90s squeeze tube toys because because their second trait is iridescent. So yeah, so to surmise, they are a purple iridescent goblin with fluff shoulder pads and a tube top robe. And as resident slime priest, to the all-powerful Mwok, they have a vial of swamp slime in a glass around their neck. And I believe I'm gonna go Foghorn Lakehorn on the voice here. I think yeah, we're gonna do it. I think it's gonna. Now this is a mighty fine establishment here. It's been some time since I've been to the Stinkworth estate.
Huh. Okay.
You're red. Speaking of that tube top you have going on over there, can we talk later about how I can incorporate that into battle? Because I think I could launch you pretty far, like a catapult or something like that.
Yes, I do believe we can make some. It's important to stay within the moonlight, right? Okay, you got to keep it. Stay within as Moak would want it, but
Ed Block, yes. Ed Block would watch it. Yes. We'll talk later.
Can I get y'all to maybe a glass of fermented pond water?
Oh, I would love some. Wow, that's so nice of you.
For you, Slime
yes.
Priest?
I would love that. Thank you much.
Perfect. Here, I made sure that they added a little extra pond scum on top of yours, okay?
Oh, just with a little extra bite, right?
There's a whole
Perfect.
ecosystem going on in there.
The book would like it.
All right. At that point, I'm gonna say, since Slimette would be next in turn, but Slimette is hosting this event. Next up, Tilly is going to arrive. Tilly arrives likely by herself. She has a bit of like an orange yellow tone to her and her fluff. She arrives just kind of wearing a goblin version of a sweatshirt, I would guess, a hoodie. It's definitely a bit more leafy around the collar, leafy around the bottom. It's kind of like a sweatshirt turned into a dress. And she's wearing a satchel that she's changed up to go on both shoulders. So it's a backpack. She's got on her fluff on her head is neatly poofed up in a ponytail. She's mimicking some styles here. And on top of her head, she's got this autumn leaf, wearing it like a beret. And she's going to kind of walk briskly towards the manor, looking around. Seems a little nervous. Oh, hello, Mrs. Stinkworth. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Oh, hello, Tilly. Great to see that you could make it. The godmother would be so happy to see you. If she could see you, she cannot. Would you like something to drink? I don't have any of the fancy human drinks, but I could get you some pond water.
I'll pass, actually. Thank you, though. Your manner is so beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. We worked real hard for it. Me especially worked very hard these past couple years.
Of course. I'm gonna see myself in, and she's gonna wander in. And that leaves the door for Maple.
Maple is not terribly far behind. Begins to walk up with kind of like a slow yet dainty steps, despite their attire, which is a velvet black suit, and which stands out nicely amongst their teal fur and galaxy eyes, with a little crown of some leaves and other willow bits. Hello.
Well, howdy there, Maple. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty okay. How are you?
Well, celebrating and mourning at the same time. You look lovely. I'm so glad that you came to celebrate her godmother, her legacy, everything she left behind for all of us. Pond scum?
You said something about morning. It's night.
Well, more of like the emotional.
Oh, sadness.
Yeah, but we're all good. Everything in the Stinkworth house is so good right now. Pond water, extra scum.
No,
Are you sure? I could even put a little bit of willow in there for garnish.
no.
Oh well, all right. Suit yourself. We got chipmunk and squirrel over on the buffet table.
I'm vegan.
And Slimet will kind of usher you in.
I'll go inside now.
Enjoy yourself.
Okay.
All right. That brings us to the next stage, which is mingling. So all of us, including the host, are having a conversation where we talk about and share some rumors that we might have heard about the lady's death, life, or otherwise, and talk a little bit about our opinions on the matter. So we're going to do that for sake of time for just maybe 5 minutes or so before we move to the next phase of the game.
I assume we're all kind of just like probably gathered around a table or something together with our drinks.
Yeah, that's it. That works.
And we're talking about her life and rumors thereabouts.
Death, life, or otherwise. Just rumors
Death,
about
life,
the
or
late
otherwise.
lady Stinkworth. And the host is right next to us. So is a part of this conversation.
Whoops.
Do
Does anybody have any tea, herbal or verbal?
I think I do. So I heard from some of my men that the Lady Stinkworth at one point was ordained with with slime, and had thrown multiple of us goblins into the puddle as a form of baptism or something like that. But then they just came out really wet, and it was very unsightly for everybody involved.
Yes, but it's important to remember that nobody hulked.
Well, yes, because they were too young. They don't hulk that young. I think, the lady might have done something later, but that I'm just the messenger of what I've heard on the battlefield. So,
Well, Slime Priest, do you have anything to say about that?
Well, I think we ought to forgive those who make trespass against us, as we may trespass against others.
Anyway, still, have
And-
you heard any rumors?
It doesn't really feel polite to share rumors, but I did hear that Stinkworth was a wonderful grandmother, and I'm going to look to Slimet.
I heard hesitation.
I did too.
She was very stern, but also very honest in everything that she would do and say while helping us Stinkworth kiddos come up. I actually remember how, she cared so much about this community. I remember when those two unwedded goblins were caught kissing in the canopy. She made well and sure that their families were never seen in society again. She cared about the rules, my grandmommy.
Well deserved.
This is mighty improper to be canoodling out in public. It's indecent, is what it is.
Your tube top
And-
is sliding down.
Shit.
I hate this visual so much.
You better watch out there, Prince. You're gonna launch into the air.
We wouldn't want an incident like last time.
That was quite the incident, I will say.
I'm surprised that you're allowed back in here.
I'm sorry. Are you talking about me pulling my tube top as the incident? Is that the int? I just want to make sure I understand.
I think
The
that's
tube
what-
top at some point was for sure an incident.
Yeah. What the incident was, we shan't discuss.
Stigworth was very kind to you in that incident. There might be something there.
Hmm.
Is it really so
know.
bad though? Not the tube top,
Oh.
but the couple, weren't they in love?
They disappeared. I don't know what happened to them.
I guess.
That's up to the
Well-
slime lord and my grandmama to know.
Right. It's just sometimes the canoodling has to be left in the moonlight of Mwok. Right. It's not to be done in public. It's not right. Not proper.
Beautiful. Oh,
I'm the worst, bro. Yeah, someone better. I'm the worst. I'm a villain.
I
Somebody
assume
somebody-
after that, everybody just kind of.
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
clearly evil. Okay.
That is a
Cut
good
you off with the pollen
point.
scum.
That is a good point to see what gifts we brought to this to the scion of the bereaved clan. So we have all put a card at 4th. I hope you remember which card was yours.
Yeah.
The questions that you have to answer for your characters: what kind of gift did you bring? And did you give this gift with a genuine smile or one with venomous fangs?
Ooh.
And the gift is determined by the suit of the card that you brought. So I'm going to explain what those suits mean.
Sounds like two people may have brought the same gift.
Ooh.
Because we got 2 spades up in here.
So we also have 2
I
hearts.
showed up first.
So I will say spades are might. So they're gifts of might. Hearts are gifts of influence. And clubs are the occult.
Oh. Whoops.
Interesting.
So we don't have to role play this part unless you want to. The gift giving. So let me know.
The spades is a gift of might.
Spades are gifts of might. Hearts are gifts of influence, and clubs are gifts of the occult.
Okay, gift of might. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I kind of want to RP that. I drew a spade, right?
I don't
Mhm,
remember
you
what
did.
you drew.
Yeah. That's what that is on the left. Okay. All right. Word. Okay. I want to.
I'll be right back.
I want. Are the gifts to whomst?
To this Slimet.
To Slimet.
Because we are
idea, if you'd like to
celebrating.
pick yours.
A gift of might. Okay. I think
Now, it's important to maintain proper dental care in these times. You never know what if we can't have goblins having their teeth fall out, and he'll
smile and he's missing several teeth up in the front. And is going to give Slimet a small jewelry box, but it's a mouth guard.
Oh.
I love it. At the same time, I'm going to combine 2 parts of this so we can move on to the next round of play. Describe your goblin's mood as they leave the party.
I think as leaving the party, I think Joyfie's feeling
mighty comfortable. Seems like the status quo will continue. and then is tugging on his but slightly uncomfortable, tugging on his tube top. And
You have to wear that tube top for the rest of the session. Like
it's like I'm about
Different colored
to.
tube top for every scenario.
every
Don't do that to me, God.
You started it.
Okay. Oh, all right, fine, whatever. Let's do it.
All right. Whoever wants to go next.
Maple will leave with continual fear and disgust of the slime priest.
What are you giving to Slimet? What is your gift to the grieving family?
Oh, a lot of varieties of crystals.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Slimet likes them.
Oh, good.
She pops one in her mouth to chew on.
Oh, it's gonna taste like bubblegum.
Oh, yes.
And really though, like it looks like crystals, but they're really those like sugar crystals that are like kind of crunchy on the outside.
Ooh, yes.
I can go next. Tilly's going to gift Slimet a gift of influence, which it will be a willow branch with leaves hanging off of it, a leaf of each season.
Oh, wow.
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 I knew the fucking Owen Wilson was coming. I felt it in the ether. I felt it.
And she's going to leave feeling a little out of place but concerned, I think.
Ooh.
Probably. Yeah.
Forks waits until most guests are gone, who are not part of the immediate family of the Stinkworth, and comes up.
I wanted to be very respectful about this, so I waited until, the science and them, left. But, and then
Bernie,
One of the soldiers comes running behind.
this was left, this was found on the field. It is one of the sporks that is now in retirement from battle. I would like to present this to you and your family as a means of. I feel you in these trying times. I don't know how else to say that. But this is from my family to yours.
Well, that is mighty generous of you, Forks. I'll put it. I just had a brand new family portrait commissioned that has our late godmother right front and center. I will be displaying it underneath that portrait once I get it framed.
Yes, I forgot to mention this. This seems more important now that I'm remembering it, but there is an etching on the bottom part of the handle that does say Stinkworth on it. I feel like I should have left with that, and that's on me. And then,
Forks just turns around and walks away, saying nothing, and just embarrassed. They leave.
Slimet just stands there, like, holding the spork.
It's beautiful. All right, and that ends our wake. So Slimet, I believe that you can add these cards to your hand, but discard cards down to 6.
Ooh, okay.
But now we all know what potential cards you had.
Yes.
And while you do that, I'll explain our next round, which is the Shadow Dance. The day immediately following a wake is a day of schemes. Each player consults the lists from the Goblin Intrigue minigame and picks one option, reading it and following its instructions. Do not pick from the list of your own clan. And so we did get a redemption for an extra Goblin Intrigue, and I'm going to start that one now. I'm going to not look at my computer and just wiggle around my mouse to choose one. So it could be about mine too. Oh, and it is. Great. In order to maintain order after Lady Stinkworth's death, McGob philosophers convinced the Stinkworth clan to create a temporary council with a McGob representative to run the city. Deal 1 card each from the deck to both the McGob and the Stinkworth clans. So we are running a council, a temporary council to run the city. All right. And then we'll go back to turn order. So Forks is going to start. Choose a Goblin Intrigue about a clan that isn't your own.
I choose from the Salazar clan. The Fanglington clan hires a slime wizard to embolden their soldiers with magic. Deal one card each from the deck to both the Salazar and the Fanglington clans.
Oh hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Let's marry.
Because I need your tube tops for battle.
Yeah, no, nothing bad happens from marrying the military to the religion. Let's do this.
No, what are you talking
When
about?
has that ever went wrong?
No,
Never. I've never heard that. That's
let's
so
go.
weird.
Let's go.
Let's see how this plays
wild.
out. Oh wait.
Everything's gonna be fine.
I also pull one for me.
Yeah.
Save that joke for later.
Okay. All right.
And then Joyfie, your turn is next to choose a Goblin Intrigue that is not about your clan.
That is not about my clan. Okay. I am gonna do. How about I am gonna pick a for Maple, Maple's clan, a mud-dwelling, stargazing goblin discovers a secret primordial source of power, ostensibly unfettered to a greedy god like Mwok, a different god. Deal 2 cards from the deck to Undergris clan. So two cards for Maple's clan.
So we found a secret source of power, like the god of Mwok?
Yes, a mud-dwelling, stargazing goblin discovers a secret primordial source of power, ostensibly unfettered to a greedy god like Mwok.
Oh, that doesn't seem bad at all.
I think
No, it'll be
I've got a god behind me.
I've got Ganon and Enemy on my side.
Oh no.
All right. And next is Slimat.
All right. I am going to pick one for the Fanglington clan. A plot from a seditious slime wizard is stopped by a brave soldier. Tell the Fanglington clan to pull a random card from the Salazar clan's hand and discard it.
All right.
Okay.
So-
I choose your first card.
First card? Okay.
Yeah. Discard.
I was like, how are we doing this? That's perfect.
I was reading through and I was like, how can I do this? I'll do it like this.
Discard pile. Got it.
And then I believe you have to put it face up.
Put it face up?
If you just maybe. I'm not sure because at the end the discard pile gets put back into the deck. So if it gets too big, so maybe.
Flip it up.
Yeah.
All right. It's a 6 of spades. I don't know these damn things. I don't know. They're all.
That's
I
clubs.
don't know. There's the three clover. There's a 6 of them.
It's clubs.
6 of clubs.
Great. That's my turn. I saw one instantly jump on related to original rumors. A saboteur from within the Salazar clan is fed to Mock as a tribute. Deal 1 card from the deck to the Salazar clan.
What was the narrative beat?
A saboteur from within the Salazar clan is fed to Mock as tribute. So so your clan actually did feed someone.
I slipped someone into the muck puddle again. I hate it when I don't know. This shit happens
when I
all
do
the
that,
time.
man.
I fucking hate it when I do that. Yeah,
Whoopsie.
he saw me. Right.
He saw the
that
top incident.
Yeah,
It
there was one joke too many about the tube top and slipped into the primordial death puddle.
Slipped.
Just as the priest slips into his tube top, so too do heretics into the puddle.
I said, I wish you really hadn't seen me like this. I pull one card.
Yep, you got to take a card for doing that, which makes sense.
Drunk with power.
And then the maple.
Sorry, I had to tell November that they were doing great. What am I doing again? I was having too much fun listening to everybody that I didn't realize I was getting a turn.
You choose a goblin intrigue thing from a clan that's not your own.
Okay, and what page would that be?
That's on page 9.
6, 7, 8, 9. I made it. That is not of my clan. So we've done Stinkworth. I think we've done. Have we done the Fanglington clan yet?
Yeah, but it's okay to do them again.
Okay.
It says
just wanna
don't think too hard in the
left
instructions.
out.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do the Macabre clan. That seems fun. Okay, let's see. Oh no. A group of rowdy, drunken Fanglington soldiers make a scene at the Macabre speakeasy and must pay for damages. Tell the Macabre clan to pull a random card from the Fanglington clan's hand and discard it.
Ooh, how could you?
Oh no.
We were just having drinks. It was fun. And then one guy just made it all worse for the rest of us. Man, this stinks.
I'm sorry, but your third card.
My third card.
Please discard.
Okay. I discard the 5 of clubs.
Disaster.
Wonderful. All right. Checking in. Cool. So next we start the normal cycle of play. That was all the introduction. So each turn is a little complicated, but you can do a couple things on your turn. There are 4 things you could do on your turn. So rather than going over them all before we start, I'm going to help guide Forks through their first turn. So the first thing you can do is optional, is you can take a quick action. So you can do 1 of 6 optional quick actions at the beginning of your turn. So you can scout for are you on page 8?
Yep.
Cool. So you can scout for danger. Which will prevent a looming doom roll this turn. You can make a prayer to the puddle. You can do research and development. You can do snail mail. you can dig through the trash, or you can lurk in the shadows, or you can choose not to do a quick action. And whichever one you choose, I'll then describe what they do. Thank you all in chat for being here. This game is a little mechanically complex. I'm realizing more as I'm playing it, but I think it's silly and fun.
That's why we make jokes.
Jokes. I think Forks is going to make a prayer to the puddle. So I would like to discard my 2 of clubs, because I need to use a club card to do this. Because I would like to prevent slimy judgment on this turn. So Forks just goes up to the puddle, is just like, I'm here, and I thank you for everything, and I'm not dead yet, and that's because of you. Okay, see you later. Then I walk out.
Beautiful. All right, and then the next thing you do on your turn is roll for imminent threats. So after a quick action has been taken, you have 2 rolls to do in a certain order, unless a quick action prevented it. So what prevented your second roll, which is the slimy judgment roll. So the looming doom roll is your first roll. Goblinkind has always had a tumultuous relationship with its neighbors. The Fanglington clan, this is fitting, has been adamant about staying vigilant and prepared for an attack at all times. On the first turn of the game, which is yours, roll a 6-sided die and record the value and put an X next to it. On subsequent Looming Doom rolls, if this number comes up again, we record another X. Whenever you add an X, you have to briefly describe how tensions at the border are increasing, but don't specify who is threatening Vertibog. If a player marks a third X, then we instantly jump to a minigame called On the Front immediately, and before going back to the current player's turn, and the game will resume. So make your first Looming Doom roll and determine what our danger number will be.
Danger number is 4.
All right, I will keep track of our Looming Doom. We have 4. And because you do have the first X, can you describe how tensions at the border are increasing, but don't describe who is threatening us?
Yeah. I shout to the puddle, and then I'm immediately like, I turn around and one of my guys is kind of right there, and they're just like, there's something suspicious going on over there, and all of us are really scared to go over there. And I'm like, well, go over there and report back later. And then that's it. Do you know?
Beautiful. And you've skipped your slimy judgment roll, which works kind of the same for a different outcome. So we're skipping that for now. So next you get to pick a mini game and follow its instructions. So the rest of the pages of the book are mini games. So just tell me which one you'd like to pick. And you could always pick goblin intrigue again, and then it would just be you doing one of those things.
I'm looking. Okay. I would like to choose a conversation over grub.
Ooh, okay. What page is that on?
That is on page 23 or 11 in the PDF.
Awesome. Okay, so play this game to gather at a social event and discuss current events. Offer your hospitality to your fellow goblins, either out of generosity or with an agenda. So to play this card, you have to play. The cost is a diamond card, and the value will determine the quality of the ingredients at this event. So goblins love food and have a strong social culinary culture, whether it's a feast after hunting, a harvest ritual, or just any old excuse to bring out the old iron grunda from the kitchen closet. A few goblins will be able to resist an invitation to eat and talk too much. So choose who you're inviting to your culinary event. Decide together how you came to be. eating together and who else you've invited, and those players can accept or decline to join in. So each player present at the event will then draw a card, and I'll read the rest from there. So first, to simplify, who are you inviting to this social luncheon?
I'm not trying to make any enemies, so everyone is invited. Come
Great.
to tea this afternoon if you'd like.
All right. We each draw a card.
Right?
Do I
And
also
then-
draw a card?
You are present, so yeah. Then you describe the venue and the first course.
Okay, so I chose my favorite willow tree, and it has like a cute little opening that is like twigs and like other things to kind of push it apart. So we're very shaded in this space, but there's like a lot of mosquitoes around, so I'm like really sorry about that. But it's just the time of year, so we just kind of like live with it. And there's also puddles everywhere, so try not to get too many mosquito bugs on your feet. Anyways, from there, it's just like a nice tea. There's no fermented it's pod scum. That will be if we decide to do this later, and then later at night. But there's just like I brought all the stops out for all of you, and I decided that we're gonna have some squirrel, we're gonna have some chipmunk. I don't think there's any birds on the menu right now. My guys are still kind of on the hunt for those, but this is all for you.
Was that all on the invitation?
Yes, and there were multiple snorts
like
as well throughout.
Asterisk
The way
snort,
that-
asterisk.
Yes, and then the way that it opened, it doesn't rip open like paper, it snorts when you open it. So it's like, you know, it's a good time.
Oh no.
Yes.
All
Oh
right.
no.
Maple is gonna show up almost in like this, almost like a like when you see like wedding veils that almost like covered like their entire body. It's that, but a mosquito net to not like get anything on them. That's how they'll show up.
You look great, Bubble. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome. I think. Okay, I'm gonna go sit down now.
Okay, I'm waiting for everybody else, so.
Oh, okay.
Joyfy will show up. It's part like walking stick, but really like it is with a staff to walk. Sporting maybe it instead of tube top, it's a tube top, but it like the halter crosses over like an X to still show like the fluffy shoulder pads, and the garments of Mwak trail behind, kind of leaving like there's like beaded tassels, kind of like drops of slime in the tailcoats, and it's like looking like quite a bit of pomp and circumstance for what would be tea time, but it just notices a mosquito kind of fly onto his arm, and because he's slippery, just watches the mosquito be unable to fly away. It's just kind of a permanent sort of slippery ooziness to him, and he goes, and yes, no, this is nice. Thank you for the invite.
Of course, you redheads. I would miss having food with you and anything in the world. But you should keep wearing tube tops. I'm just gonna say that.
You think I thought I would try this on just a little bit different, right?
No.
Because it seems like
You should not
no.
wear those on
Okay. All right. Well, I'll keep that. It's important. You're right, because it infects my squeeze.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you think.
Why don't you go join Maple at the table?
No,
That'll be
please
fine.
don't. I mean, just please join me.
How are you, Mabe? Putting up.
I'm doing splendidly.
Heard you had a bit of an extra entity in your backyard.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Be careful around the puddles around here, Maple. Walk don't take kindly to not staying in the moonlight now.
What?
Oh, you got a mosquito on your right here. There was no
Ugh.
mosquito.
It must have been embedded in my fur.
No worries. I'll look out for you.
No, you won't.
Oh,
Oh, kitty.
I think at this point, Tilly will arrive to the party, to the luncheon. She's wearing a fitted, button-down like coat with tails at the end. Her fluff, rather than being in the top ponytail, is instead in two poofy like space bunny looks. She's still got that leaf beret on her head, and she's gonna look around. Oh, thank you so much for having me, Forks.
Yeah, I really just wanted to apologize for my comrades' misdoings and stuff. You know, we were trying to have fun, but then it got out of hand, and then you had to face the repercussions of their actions. So, I especially got some squirrel and chipmunk because I heard that you really like to eat that.
That's so kind, and it's okay. I really appreciate you apologizing. Thanks, and I'm gonna go sit with the rest.
This is a new scene, so my voice goes back to normal, and I've been mentally preparing myself to not be Southern. So Slimette arrives, and she is representing Stinkworth in her grandmother's honor, and I think she is wearing a gown that has been refitted from her grandmother's wardrobe. It's very lavish. She is wearing Tilly's willow that she gave her as a gift. She's got this like not gaudy but long train that has like moss attached to it on the edges. And as she walks in, she does like a little curtsy to Forks, and she says, I was about to slip Southern again. It's gonna happen.
It's so hard to get out of once you get into it.
So hard to slip out of.
Hey, do not slap your brother. Sorry, I thought I'd muted myself. My cats are slapping each other. They want the heat that's on top of my PC.
Fox, I quite thank you for the invitation. This is quite nice. I see that you have squirrel and chipmunk at the buffet bar, which is a favorite of the Stinkworth house.
Yeah, I saw that it was at the funeral, and I was like, oh, if I invite people over, a lot of yours was eaten, so I was like, well, okay, I gotta do that too.
I am so pleased to see that I am inspiring other members of other clans to take up Stinkworth traditions. I will go join the others, and I hope that after you finish greeting your guests that you will join us as well.
Yeah, you're actually my last guest. I just wanted to hang out with all of us, because, I'll talk more about it at the table.
Oh, certainly. Let's walk then.
Yes.
And then I get Slimette to the table, pull out the chair, do the whole nine. And I kind of go to the head of the table and speak to all of you. So I just wanted to bring all of you here because, there's some rumblings and there's been a lot of stuff happening, here in Vanderbog, and there might be something, on the horizon, and I don't know if I'm going to be occupied, I don't know if I'm going to be available in the coming times because of all of this. So I'm feeling quite generous with all of you, and I would like to ask if there's anything that I could do to help all of you before, my family always talks about everything that's looming over the horizon and over the treetops. So before all that happens, because it's going to happen, what can I do for you?
All right. Before we answer, because the player who... Okay, so before we answer, there's a card mechanic. And each of us is going to play any card from our hand and show it and say it out loud which card you chose.
I'm going to play a 5 of diamonds.
I'm gonna play a 10 of spades.
Alright. I played a 4 of spades.
Gonna play a 10 of clubs.
That's a spade.
No, don't do that to me. I specifically saw. Shut up! I got this. All right.
You did great. You did incredible.
I'm proud of
Thank you. All right, thank you.
And just so players know, and so the audience knows, I will, to make sure we have time to get to the end of the game and we're still being respectful of our players' time and the next game's time, I'm going to edit some of the mechanics of the game from here on to make it move a little quicker so we can reach that finale. So your card that you chose is going to be related to the favor that you're asking. And the lowest card is the one that's going to speak first. Leave your cards on the table. And so I drew the lowest card. It is a spade, which is might. And I am going to turn to Forks and be like, what would really make up for what your clan did to my speakeasy is we have these observatories that keep getting attacked, and we don't know from what. If you wouldn't mind sparing a few soldiers to watch over some of our observatories, we're really learning a lot.
I'll see what I can do because, we're kind of at the front lines of a lot of stuff. But yeah, I'll talk to the head of the house, and my mom. And yeah. I'll get back to you, but I'll definitely keep that in mind.
And then from there, who had the 5 of diamonds?
I did. All right. I think
And diamonds are wealth.
I think Slimette kind of sits up a little straighter and she says,
Well, I am aware that with something sort of looming over the horizon, so to speak, that you may need quite a bit of funding going forward. But as I remember it from looking through my grandmama's paperwork, we have already given your house quite a bit for the defense budget. And well, the Stinkworths need to assure that the people are taken care of here. So if perhaps we could send a bit of that back our direction, it would help ease things over if things get hard for the people of the bog.
Yeah. So I obviously will see what we can do about that, but I know that we are paying the people that are on the front lines and doing the patrols and everything. So there isn't really like per se a lot of money left over right now. So what we can do is like what Tilly just asked for, we are able to probably give you some more troops. So in those times of need, you can have those further protections, if that makes sense.
I suppose that would be helpful. At the very least, for the Stinkworth house, it would be.
Yes, and obviously we will be working toward repaying you at some point. But for the time being, as this kind of like lull time, or if we're in high action time, I will make sure that we have troops at the Stinkworth Manor and the Green Banner, to make sure that your family is safe, as a token of goodwill.
Speaking of tokens, could I use my notoriety token as a Stinkworth to say that I'm privy to what Forks is telling us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Slimette kind of has a bit of a rebuttal, and she says,
Well, we have quite the spy network within the Stinkworth house, and with everything going on with my dear grandmother and not really knowing the truth of her sudden demise, we have sent people out and about on these matters, so I'm quite aware of the friction going on. I appreciate your vigilance, though.
Yes, of course. Maybe we'll have tea later and have further discussions about these kinds of things, because this is not sort of tea time discussion. But
Perhaps. And perhaps we could also revisit that budget conversation, considering what I know about the situation on the border.
Absolutely. I would love to have further tea with you later.
So good. All right, there's 2 10s. So whoever wants to go first, had this up. I scrolled it. Spades are might and clubs are occult.
Not again.
You need time?
Yeah.
I'll go.
Well, it's a bit of unfortunate business, really. I recently had a ward just disappear. I think there's some nefarious happened to him. I couldn't tell you what. And I've been hearing rumblings from the slime wizards that there's an interloper god coming to our lands here, and I think something horrible happened to my slime ward. I don't know what. I saw him at the party as I was changing, and then I lost him. But I think if it had to be anything, it must have been this other god that I've been hearing people talk about. And so if you could keep an eye out for any kind of untoward iconography.
Untoward iconography, so like am I like, is it, do I report back to you, or do I bring them to you? Do I bring the people to you? Like, what are you asking?
Just that if you find any symbols that don't belong to Mwak, maybe just let me know where you found them without to rouse suspicion.
Yeah, I think I could do that. Also, the person who was sacrificed, that's what I heard. Is that different than your ward?
Well, yes, my ward mysteriously disappeared under unknown circumstances.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I will keep them in my shouting prayers when I go to the puddle.
As will I. As will I.
So good.
I'm sorry, I got overly excited about my 2 cats cuddling together. It does look like one, but there is a black cat right there. I swear. I swear he's there. If he's not, it's a collective a collective hallucination. Okay, so it has to do with occult. So like, I don't really know what I need. What can you offer me?
Well, I mean, we do pretty basic stuff. Like we do patrols, we do bodyguard thing, we do all sorts of things. If you're kind of doing stuff that needs to be at the like low too, you know, like I like keeping watch at the door.
That actually might be good because we hold a lot of secret meetings.
Yeah, just go to my family's estate and then just call for me specifically, and I can keep it on low.
Okay, we can keep it on the low.
Yeah,
And
that sounds great.
And I'll give you some extra coin on the side just to keep it between you and I.
I gladly accept.
Okay. Wonderful. Wow, isn't these drinks so good? It's so empty now. I definitely need more.
I didn't see you drink any pond scum.
It's just tea this time. I don't want you all getting all woozy, because I don't want to walk you home.
Yeah, it's tea. This time it's herbal.
My tea has a vial of pond scum that's been poured into it.
Wow. This
Don't judge me. Only moi can judge me. Only moi can judge me.
Well then, you better not
like
look at
Billy
me
is funny.
because I am judging very hard.
Yeah. All right. With that, I'm going to say that's a close to the luncheon. And so rather, I don't know how to make a separate thing in shuffle these. That 6 of diamonds gets discarded. It was spent to play this event. Let's see. Oh, cool. Okay. Nope. Were those all our virtual cards? Awesome. All right. Starting with, there's only 4 cards in there. Somebody's card didn't end up in this pile.
I didn't play a card because I was hosting,
Oh yeah.
so I don't
Okay.
get a card. I don't think.
Okay. So starting with the slime priest. Can draw a card from this side pile and add it to your hand.
Colloquially known as slime priest. Can't. All right.
Wait, not that pile.
Not that
the
pile.
side pile. Yeah.
Side pile. This one over here.
Yeah.
All right.
Nope. Well, now we know.
Whoops.
Okay. I'm just then Slimette gets the next card from the pile. I get this card. I don't know why it's not. And then Maple gets that last card
I get a card.
from that side pile. That were the 10. Yep.
Wow.
You're supposed to shuffle and like, but I couldn't figure out how to shuffle with the virtual tabletop.
Oh well.
All right, players, I do have a question for you. I want to make it to the ending. So we could do, to randomize it up, one more round of we all play Goblin Intrigue, if you're open to that. and then jump to the ending? Or
Yeah, let's do it.
Are we cool with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that can
Let's do it.
randomize the cards we get in our hand a little bit more. That will ultimately affect the ending scene, because the ending scene is a little bit long. Cool.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Go for it.
All right. So then, starting with Forks, you pick the first goblin intrigue. First, you draw a card and get to keep that card in this round of goblin intrigue, and then choose your first goblin intrigue from the list.
This is the Undergrease clan intrigue. The Fanglington Brigades enlist several Undergrease goblins as vanguard berserkers, giving them access to the armory. Deal 1 card each from the deck to both the Undergrease and Fanglington clans.
All right. Undergrease and Fanglington both draw a card. All right. Joyfee, your turn to choose a goblin intrigue.
A goblin treat?
Intrigue.
Intrigue. Got it.
A little
Yeah.
treat.
Goblin intrigue, and it's for a different house.
Mhm.
Okay. Goblin intrigue. Okay, let's do How about let's try. Oh, this is kind of interesting. I'm gonna do a Stinkworth spy is discovered within the ranks of a Fanglington brigade and is taken prisoner. Tell the Fanglington clan to pull a random card from the Stinkworth's hand and discard it.
Ooh.
How many cards do you have?
Ooh.
6.
You have 6?
Yeah. Wait. Do I know how to count? I have 7. I have 7 right now.
So discard your 5th card.
Okay.
And also at the end of this round, if you have 6 cards in your hand, discard to get to 6. After this round of a goblin intrigue. More than 6 cards in your hand, yeah. That's what I meant. Slimet, your turn for a goblin intrigue.
All right. I'm going to pick one from the Slalazar clan. In an attempt to ease contention between the Slalazar and Stinkworth clans, a marriage is arranged between a relative of the late lady and the Slalazar descendant of one of the former gob bosses. Deal 1 card each from the deck to both the Slalazar and Stinkworth clans.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So perfect.
Okay.
I'm about to mess up this marriage.
Oh!
What do you?
I won't say.
Oh no!
She
I
said with her
will
whole
say.
chest, she's like, "I'm gonna fuck this up."
I chose this goblin intrigue before that one was said, but it's so perfect. So, a Slalazar spy is this from the Stinkworth clan. So, a Slalazar spy is discovered sneaking into Greenmanor, and the Slalazar clan denies association. The Stinkworth clan agrees to take care of this spy. Tell the Stinkworth clan to pull a random card from the Salazar clan's hand and discard it.
I never
Ooh.
seen him before in my life.
A lot of sketchy people.
How many cards do you have right now?
Full Austin Powers is like, we'll kill him. It's like, kill a little bastard. See if I care.
We'll feed him to Mwok. Discard your 3rd card.
My 3rd card. Okay.
Mhm. Is there annulment in the Church of Mwok?
That is a good
It's
question.
called the puddle, the primordial puddle.
Okay, so there's not. What you're saying. What I'm hearing.
Fern, my computer's overheating.
All right. Last of Goblin Shriek.
Is that me?
Mm-hmm.
I've been reading through them and I'm like, they're so good. Can I do one to myself?
No, that's the only
Oh,
one.
that's right, we can't. Okay.
Can't choose from your own clan yet.
Alright. Maybe I'll just pick on the macabre clan again. I'm sorry. A sudden business boom allows some of the city goblins to return to Verdebog with new resources. Deal 2 cards from the deck to the macabre clan. And by pick on, I mean...
Ah. All right. That ends this round of Goblin Shriek. If you have over 6 cards, discard to get down to 6. If you have less than 3, draw to get up to 3.
I think I'm good. I've got 4 cards.
All right. That will move us on to the final game, which is Inheriting Greenmanor. The time has come. The willowing moon has risen. The low tide of the great puddle is at its nadir. I think that's how it's pronounced. The normally submerged great temple has been unveiled, calling the goblin most worthy to collect the willowing moon jade, a symbol of the divine right to lead goblinkind that will glow as long as their clan maintains power. So the scions of all of the important figures of each clan will wade out into the temple. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh.
And
Oh, yes.
settle this in the
Oh,
moonlight.
yes.
Oh.
We were really weirdly like on target with a lot of our things that we were making up about this. It could go smoothly and simply, ending in cheers and a hailing of the new god boss. It could also be a complete fracas. This will all depend on the cards. Before you begin, briefly describe all of the scions. How are they arriving? What are they wearing? What emotion are they carrying with them? Starting from the top.
So Forks shows up, really, I think, showing off the height of them, and knowing that they have to wade through the puddle to get to where they need to be. They've taken some slime from our local slime priest, and like made the bottom of their legs, like they're from their knee down, super like slick and super slick and slippery and not fluffy at all, and then over accentuates the rest of their like green fluff. They're very hesitant about going into this place. There isn't a clear reason why, but they're just like kind of waiting for the right moment to start moving. They're not really going, and they're not super adamant and excited to be moving forward. But other than that, they're honestly just wearing a super simple outfit, a tunic with some like super flowy pants to really accentuate their thickness in this scene.
Joyfie.
Okay. Okay. I do think we are sporting a swamp green tube top. The normally pressed shoulder pads are fluffed out, and his staff of mwok has been folded out into a bunch of little sticks and palm fronds for it to be kind of like a snowshoe type of situation where Mwok will allow him to traverse the puddles. He I'm get. I can't believe I play this character. What am I doing? All right, he's got swamp snowshoes with his staff. Okay, he's wearing a tiny green tube top, and he's all fluffed out like someone threw him in a dryer. Okay, he's just.
I love your candidness.
Beautiful. Slimette.
Yeah, so Slimette feels as though she is owed this, that this is hers, in right and in name. So she arrives in like again, like a revisitation of her godmother's garb. I think it's ceremonial in nature. She's got the spork. She's got the spork with her. Her hair is uptight. And she carries an emotion of pride because she truly believes that nothing could go wrong if everything here is just meant to fall into place.
Tilly will arrive wearing something different. She doesn't have the beret on. It's perfect to go after Slimette. She arrives wearing probably her best attempt at trying to copy the Stinkworth like style, but something's like a little off with it. Like maybe the fit is a little off, but you can tell she's not wearing her usual style, which is inspired by humans, but way more goblin
Handle.
goblin-like. And she's arriving. This whole time you've seen her look uneasy or nervous, but she's arriving poised and looks determined, carrying determination. Maple.
Maple comes in, appearing to be confused about what's going on, kind of like they just got like added to the group chat last minute kind of a situation. Is wearing armor on her shins and shoulders, and then the rest is a full-length ball gown, and just walks in, hello, with an awkward smile on their face.
And now, as a group, we have to decide, what does this ceremony to choose the new gob boss look like, and what exactly is the Willowing Mood Jade?
What does the ceremony look like, and what exactly the moon? What about the moon?
The Willowing Moon Jade, because it is the Great Temple is normally submerged. It's been unveiled. The goblin most worthy is the only one who can collect the Willowing Moon Jade, whatever that is, and we get to decide.
Oh, I see. It's an item. Okay. I think the ceremony probably, I would imagine from what we know, is that we are surrounded by swamp and bog, but we've also baked into the fact that, you know, if we touch the water or our fur gets submerged in the water, we'll gremlin out, we'll Hulk out. So it would stand to reason
that maybe this is like a ceremonial practice of trying to get as much bog or slime on you as you can without it getting onto the fluff. So maybe it's kind of like, like a trial by fire kind of thing. Is kind of what I'm thinking. So I think like there's probably steps in the bog that are just like far drops, like deep drops. And maybe there's bubbles, like little geysers, like like in movies where it's like like maybe there's little pops of thermal bog shit.
I'm like thinking of the bog of eternal stench from the labyrinth.
Something like that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. If
Yeah.
that's what I think, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
I like it.
I do like that a lot.
Are there like lanterns filled with glowing slime?
Ooh, maybe
All
like
mystical.
like some like bog trees will like split out, like they'll be like there's a cleft down the middle and they kind of furl out all over the place. Maybe there could be orbs of slime, holy slime orbs. Holy slime orbs.
The blessed slime orb.
that illuminate. That could be cool. And then there is the item itself is a jade moon.
A willowing moon jade. And we get to decide what that is. It's just what it's called.
For some reason, I think it's like a stinky piece of cheese. I don't know why. It's like maybe like a slice of cheese and the willowing
kind of cheese.
I wasn't ready to get quizzed on cheese. I don't know.
I don't know if you had a cheese in mind, if you had a preference. The preferential sacrificial
Swiss,
cheese. I don't know.
Swiss? I don't fucking Swiss goblin cheese, bro. I don't.
It is holier.
Stop. That's it.
That is-
It has to be. That's done. It's a slice of stinky Swiss holy cheese.
The holes represent the different phases of the moon.
Stop. I can't.
And it's gay because the moon is gay. Alright.
My face hurts.
Something,
I said my
something,
face hurts.
Moonlight.
I love this. Any other things to add to our ceremony or willowing moon jade? Are we ready to move on?
I'm good.
Hold on, I have something. Hold on.
Okay.
We gotta scoop the cheese out with a spork. Like that's like we gotta. Okay, that's how we yeah. One more.
Is it gold plated?
You must be worthy to lift the rusty spork.
I love this goblin culture. I want more lore. All right. Are we ready to conduct the ritual?
Please.
To begin with, every player spends their remaining notoriety tokens to draw cards. So do that first. And then put your tokens in the token pile.
I deposit the tokens and draw that many cards?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I went to go and do the thing and forgot what I was doing.
You're drawing as many cards as you have tokens.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And since I see you're going to run out of the deck, just get the rest from the discard pile.
Okay. 5, 6. Alright, cool.
All right. Next, you reduce your hoard down to 6 by discarding additional cards.
1,
And the
2,
point-
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
We have to get it down to 6, and the point is to make a sequential order, or
You want as many face cards as possible, or to win, or you can use a
1, 2, 3, 4,
flush
5, 6. Okay, there we go.
or I don't have it directly in front of me.
okay.
There are other things you can do to sabotage and usurp.
All right.
I think I'm done. Okay, I have 6.
Okay, I have 6.
Bad. All
I
right.
guess it doesn't matter. Okay.
Is everyone done reducing their hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Next to your queen, put out your hand face up.
So if I don't have a queen, do I have to put my cards face up?
Yeah, just next to your name on the.
Okay, fine.
If we do not have a queen, put cards face up. Was that what it is?
No, everyone puts their cards face up next to their queen.
Oh,
Or just
okay.
everyone's showing their hand. Yeah. Or like nearest your name as you can.
Wait, I thought we had to reduce our hand to 6.
Yeah, but then we're adding the queen in. So
Okay. I was like, I see some people have more, and I was
Oh.
like, oh, wait. Holy kings!
I did get
Oh.
3 kings.
My hand
Damn.
fucking
Wow.
sucks, dude. What the hell?
I was
There
sitting
should
here
still
like, oh my
be-
gosh, I have like 3, and then homie over here is like, you know what? I'm gonna just.
Holy moi.
Ugh, holy
The
mo-
slime
That holy
cheese
cheese is
grease.
fine. Because I'm.
Alright, Chad, I can't wait to
All
tell
right.
you what we all have.
Yeah, so the clan with the most face cards, claims the right to collect the Willowing Moon Jade. Their clan inherits Greenmanor, and their scion ascends to the title of God Boss. If there's a tie, there's a mechanic for that. However, things could happen after. So, who has the most face cards?
Gee, I wonder.
I have 2.
I also have 2.
Not counting the queen, right?
No,
Including the queen.
Oh, I have 4, bro.
It does look like.
If we're counting aces, 3?
Let me see if this is count. I'm not sure.
I'm not
I
sure
gotta
either, so
scroll
we can
back.
say 2.
I have been blessed by holy moi.
All right.
Sorry, I'm allergic to
I've been
bullshit.
blessed by that two top.
It does for now. It looks like Joyfie will inherit, but there is a phase that happens. Once the right has been claimed, the players should give this event a moment to breathe. So we can roleplay this moment, and characters can express their initial reactions. After this, there is a meddling phase.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Slimeette is devastated. But the Stinkworths recently had someone marry in to the Slalazar, so all hope is not lost because annulments are not allowed.
True.
Now this is a grave responsibility that I take into my fluffy chest with the utmost reverence and iridescence, and I pledge to maintain our ways and protect our interests against the interference of the humans and whoever else.
I'll have you know that Maple is sitting there crossed arms with a frustrated look on their face.
Forks doesn't look surprised.
You guys know like the what like the dude like I think it's Doodle Bob that like gets the pencil and like raises it over his head. I'm doing that with the funky wheel of cheese.
That's such a sentence.
Well, well.
Now, I trust that we will continue to have a cooperative partnership in all endeavors moving forward.
Cooperative, indeed. Cooperative indeed. Especially cooperative about, well, what happens if people see you changing out of the tube top?
Well, it is a popular garment, even if I'm not a fan. But I suppose it wouldn't
I've never
hurt
seen
to get.
anyone else wear one.
I don't wear one at all.
I'd never heard of it till you came in wearing one.
Well, I was chosen for a reason. I'm burdened with glorious purpose, and it seems to be the fucking tube top.
What? Just stop talking.
But I think a dressing room might be in order.
How does one do a mutiny?
Maple.
What?
I just second it. And the rest of that, we're buddies.
Because I'm ready. I'm ready for the fisticuffs.
I'm ready to provide protection.
Yes. It's just gonna turn into PvP.
Well, I think that's a good lead to the meddling phase, which there are 4 different actions that can be done in the meddling phase. If a clan manages to collect a flush, which is cards of the same suit, equal to 5. So if you have a 5 cards of the same suit, you would be able to perform a usurpation of the victor.
Damn it! I have
Does anyone?
4.
I have 5.
You don't have to do this.
Hey,
Yeah.
chat, did you
Oh.
know that one of the donation things that you can do is give someone an extra card? What was it for, like, just a couple of dollars?
A couple singles.
Singles.
Before
2-3 singles. Yeah.
Before we decide if we want to usurp, I do want to explain the other things.
I don't
want to
hear any other options. I made up my mind.
Celebrity
But you know
chief
what?
priest cannot
We
prevail.
can hear just in case. Just in case, you know?
Look, I know. All right, I know I have a checkered past, and I've definitely killed somebody in game, and I've definitely extorted and threatened. But I think this is over the top. Okay.
Is anybody writing this down? Because this is admission of guilt.
I know I've been a villain, but this is absurd.
You admitted you were the villain! An evil man. Anyways, I'll hear other options before I do anything else. And she's like putting all of these like daggers away in like hidden parts of her attire.
If
I think we were ball guns in a battle.
If a clan has a straight, which is sequential numbers, 4 cards in sequence. They could do a sabotage, which negates the effect of one of their face cards. It could instantly shut down a usurpation. Yeah. But you can't sabotage Joyfee.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? What are you doing?
There's another mechanic that could mix up all of our cards if we have it. A player can discard a pair of similar value cards to draw 1 card at any point during the meddling phase.
Okay. I'm pulling the knives back out.
So does anyone want to meddle?
Somebody gonna stab me or what? What's happening here? You guys got the stones to commend me to walk.
Yeah. This is therapy.
Well, I do have
I think
5 cards.
I think us 4 need to confer in the corner. Okay, guys, what do you think we should do?
Well, I want my house. I do not want him to have it.
I agree.
Okay, but like, what are you gonna do if you get it and then they don't?
I'd rather you have it than them.
So would I.
What?
I mean,
Damn. You get 2?
You can get out of the circle. Actually, you know what?
2, Tilly?
I mean, honestly, I would prefer anyone in this little circle besides
We
the
did have a
slime.
separation of church and state.
Mhm.
I
We do.
agree. We already have the military and the church mixed in with one another. I really don't think we
I'm
should
trying to help
overstep
you.
our
I'm
government.
trying to
I
help
understand.
you.
So,
I understand.
I
I'm just
hear-
saying. Imagine if they also had control over the Greenmanor.
So what I'm hearing is we need to get some sort of document and write down some list of rules and have it notarized
Beautiful.
and signed by each of us. Yes, Kitty, I agree.
Yes. Loud one.
Look, how about this? We decide who gets it after we kill him.
To murder?
Why not?
You don't have to do it. It could just be Mabel and I.
Well,
You could look the other way. It's like you're not even here.
what if?
Slimet is going to hand Forks, very tenderly. He's going to hand Forks the spork.
You guys are gonna fork me?
No, we're gonna spork you with forks.
She's going to say,
I don't. It doesn't have
going
to
to
come
say-
to violence.
Well, then what
Yes, it
else
does.
could it be?
Well, listen to my plan first.
Okay.
Forks, take this book, this heirloom that you have given me in mourning of the godmother's passing, and plunge it through them and send them to the slime that they so desperately adore anyway. Send them back to the slime lord.
I like the way you think.
He's slimy, we could just set them on fire.
I mean, they are so distracted by celebrating over their wheel of cheese, you could plunge straight through them.
I agree. And I agree with the plan. I just want to make sure I have.
I need that like in a GIF. That was just such a perfect like round. Just... that was incredible.
Thank you. I just require political immunity after the fact.
But yes, you are in charge of the military.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Just
Let's
don't
do
sniff behind him or I'll see you.
Okay, ready? I'm ready.
he had thoughts about that one.
Maybe he's on my side. Maybe he's like, don't do it. That's what I heard.
No, don't be on Chinese side. Be on your mother's side.
So sorry, the cat is on
Alright.
Joyfie's side. Sorry, dude. Burst everyone's
So,
bubble.
this is what we're gonna do. I think the new Lady Stinkworth will usurp
She will.
Joyfie.
She shall.
I'll support from the sidelines with basically Wolverine claws worth of daggers.
All
For
right.
the Vertibog!
Well, no, this is for us.
Fuck you.
Meanwhile, I've been getting the peasants to install a dressing room so I can appropriately change in and out of the tube top. Yeah, I was making sure that I had a real changing room so that I wouldn't have to submit more people to mock for seeing me getting out of the tube top. And I'm like, I think I really have a lot of great plans for this place, and I think we're going to be able to turn a new era around here with prosperity for all of us.
No,
Sing!
that made me sad.
I'm
They don't
not
like you.
Moida.
Ooh.
Well,
Moida!
we'll see if he was if they were successfully murdered. But we do know that Stinkworth leaves with the Willowing Moon Jade at the end of the day. And there's 2 more things to do. The first is spite. So any player can play spite cards at this point. You don't have to if you don't want to. Spite cards are aces and jacks.
Ooh! What did those do again? That sounds fun.
Am I
And-
just getting abused? Is that why I'm here? What's
No, you can
what's
play
happening?
them too. You can play
I
them
don't
too.
have any.
Oh, my thing.
I don't.
but-
I think I'm just getting abused. Okay, tight.
But the results of the spite cards affect the world to come under the new Lady Stinkworth's rule. And then we go to an epilogue about our characters 1 year later. So, starting with Forks, if you want to play any spite cards, I will tell you what it does and what it means for the world.
I would like.
And they are aces and jacks.
I would like to play my Jack of Clubs spat
All right.
card.
What happens is a strange curse is put on the gob boss, either through
Right.
slime magic or
That's
primordial
right.
sorcery.
It is the
just
slime
say-
god.
Let's just say the Undergrease clan and the Faglington clan were buddies.
I can't help but think this is my fault.
Oh
You're
no.
goddamn right. You're goddamn right. You're mock right. It's your fault.
I'm still not regretting.
I need a shirt that says you're walk damn right on it.
You're mock damn right.
Merch.
Merch. Who's our merch guy? Joyfie has no spite card, sadly. Then
But I have it in my chest. I pull it.
Slime Matt,
Oh.
your turn. If you have any spite cards you'd like to play.
Do I? Oh, you know what? Wait, hold on. I'm gonna play my ace of clubs, so Muck begins to hibernate ominously.
Ooh.
Hibernate ominously.
Yeah, you just guaranteed the apocalypse.
Yeah, Undergrease and the Fanglington clan were so solid. So unbelievably solid.
So solid. Meanwhile, apocalypse imminent.
Come to our secret meetings.
The underground shelter.
This is gonna be fun.
All right. I'm going to play 2 spite cards. First, I'm going to play the Jack of Hearts. I had a lot of hearts. Oh no. A saboteur burns down a wing of Greenmanor. Oh,
Not
no.
my
Damn.
favorite wing.
Damn.
And an important figure from the winning clan is assassinated. So you might have
Oh,
won, but you
shit.
actually had a lot of stuff happen to you.
Holy shit!
Incredible.
I'm really
Um,
glad I did win.
Mwok has spoken.
Mwok is
Hey, this
Okay,
would have happened to you if you had won.
I already got stabbed, bro. I'm already stabbed.
Did I kill you? We don't know yet.
No, it's true. Wait, why are you giggling?
So is it my turn?
yes, I
So-
need spike cards.
I don't know what any of them mean, so I'm gonna just play them all.
Awesome.
So that'll be an ace of diamonds and a jack of diamonds.
All right. The Jack of Diamonds is there is a bad harvest or business failure leading to financial difficulty.
Whoops.
And
Yes,
Bummer,
fuck up
dude.
Goblinville. You guys
Bummer,
fuck
dude.
Goblinville.
I'm moving.
Ace of Diamonds. Speaking of moving, some goblins leave to build a rival city in a new land.
Yeah, you guys fuck this town up.
That's the Faglingtons and the Undergrist. That's where we went.
That's where we go.
That's where we go.
Yep.
Because we got that primordial. It's not the wuck. Ew. Yuck.
That's right, because we found that weird godlike entity in my backyard.
Yeah. You hear every day Forks is just saying, "Wuck is yuck. Wuck is fucking yuck, dude. What the heck?"
Joyfeet, Joyfeet, I know that I tried to have you dealt with during the ritual, but we must form a tenuous alliance to deal with them, or all is lost.
Oh, I'll.
That depends.
Really?
Were we successful in killing you?
I don't know. Do I still exist, Gem?
You get to
Give it-
decide that.
I get
think,
to
in your
decide that?
epilogue, which
I
is
think
In my
it needs-
epilogue?
I think it needs to be a
Yeah.
card off. You each pick a card, and whichever one's the highest is the one who wins.
Well,
I like
I'm-
that.
Okay.
is it? So I guess
Put all the
for
cards
cinematic reasons.
put all
For
the
cinematic
cards
reasons,
in
would
the-
I have been consigned to the ooze as was the attempt was? Because if I survive, I'm coming out of the ooze like like one hand.
I would forget which Star Wars movie it
Yeah.
is.
Should have killed me, but I crawl out of the ooze. Sounds fucking awesome. This is like some Ra's al Ghul shit. It's pretty tight, actually.
I'm cool with that.
So my thought was everybody puts all their cards back in the middle. We shuffle, and you each pick 2 cards.
I'm cool
Well,
with
you
that.
each pick a card, not 2 cards.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's
So drop all the cards in.
yep.
I just hit recall. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sweet. Yeah, you could just do that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, and recall and shuffle, so. Haha,
Cool.
nice. Alright. Do you want to pick first? My Radiance?
I'll go ahead and pull.
Alright. Okay, I got my card. You ready to flip it over?
Yeah. I'll
I've
pull
got
it.
mine.
Alright, guys.
You ready? 3, 2, 1, flip. Hell yeah!
I got a 9er.
I got a jack. I win.
Is Jack
Mm.
is Jack higher?
Yeah, jacks are
Oh
technically
yeah, it is.
11.
Because then Jack, Queen, King, Ace.
Yeah. I win.
Why'd you throw up the finger? What the fuck is it?
It's all peace and love over here, dude. Shit.
IRL at least.
All right. Lord have mercy. Okay.
I was just following orders.
All right. Well, so what becomes of the manor?
We find out. But what were we deciding what becomes of Joyfie with that poll?
I murked him.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You've been moided.
Because you had the higher.
Murked him.
All right.
Okay.
Then I have an idea for epilogue for the Salazar clan.
Okay. Sick.
You are for your epilogue turn, you are next in line, and you just for your description, because Joyfie has gone the way of the slime.
I
So
For-
Gone the way of a slime.
the last scene is the epilogue, which is 1 year later. And we take
Okay.
turns one last time, ending with the victor of inheriting Greenmanor answering this question for your scion. Given all of this, 1 year later, where are you? And that would start with Forks.
Force is living the best life with the Undergrist family over the other lands. Because we had that primordial energy. We're just living. We got great harvest. We got great business. We got everything that the place we left, Verdebog, Bog, whatever it's called. I don't know. I don't talk to them anymore. We're just living and have a great time. So, you can, I'll send you a postcard later of my favorite place.
Beautiful.
Who's next?
All right. The next scion of the Salazar clan.
the next scion. So Joyfie's heir.
Or relative, or however they do in the Salazar clan.
If you had an heir, that would be scandalous.
Yeah.
Well, I think we do have an heir by marriage for the Sal. I think there is a baby Salazar. Shit. I'm trying to remember the fucking other clan name. What is it?
Stinkworth.
Stinkworth. That's a baby Salazar Stinkworth that is full. What's the shit? The baby from the Odyssey that they have to kill in the very beginning.
I don't remember.
Deep cut. I think it's not. It's fine. I'm gonna Google it later. But the guy when they have to kill the king's baby, it doesn't matter. The point is, I've got a vendetta baby, and he's gonna come kick you guys in the dick. He's gonna come.
Come at me, bro!
His full vendetta baby. Coming of age in the Stinkworth mansion, now hobbled, burnt. There's been you got it coming. All right, you got it coming.
I like how there is, like the humans just don't matter anymore.
Yeah.
No, it's a goblin feud.
Yeah, we were our own downfall.
I think for Slimette, things have been tough. You know, her favorite wing of the house got burned down. Her cousin got murked. Things have been tough, and like half of the goblins left to start another town, which was crazy. But I think in that time, she's had some time to reflect. She realizes that she's not equipped to properly run the bog, but the title's just too good to let go of. So she ends up just hiring a bunch of people to run it for her, and she can enjoy bog life as they rebuild and fix what's wrong with the place.
We got a perpetual goblin feud forever now.
Yeah.
Good job. Way to go. We could have had peace under Mwok. Now we have to do whole. It's gonna be fine. We'll run the sequel. You'll see.
There's still a chance.
Sorry. Thank you for the raid, Arclight Court. I'm trying to get my fingers to work to do the command of shout out.
Here, I'll do it.
I think realizing how this all went down, Tilly was never really interested in becoming gob boss or inheriting the manor. She was really just searching for resources to support her and her clan's research. So Tilly is one of the goblins who joins that side civilization. And 1 year later, you see her with a weird shaped fork in her hand. It's got like the middle prawn removed, and she's using it to turn another piece of metal. She takes a step back and the camera pans out, and she wipes some grease off her hand. I think it's done. And you see what seems to be a very early version of a plane. She doesn't care about this goblin politics. She just wants to fund her research.
We're happy to fund you.
Only if you protected my observatories.
Absolutely, I did. I love science and math.
And don't worry, because Maple became the spy master.
Ooh.
That's it. Doing what needs to be done.
I love it. I think that brings us to the end of our noble goblin tale. It was ridiculous, but chat really does want to know what happened to the tube top.
I said it
Well-
got turned into the family banner. But you know,
Yeah,
that's up to
once
you.
he was so when Joyfee was stabbed and because I got shanked and then tossed into the ooze, right? I think he was it was just one of those like the tube top is the only thing that came up to the top of the of the
Yes.
yeah.
No.
And I think before he's thrown into the ooze puddle, he goes, "Et tu, fork?" and and then he and the fucking tube top is the only thing that comes up like the fucking Joker.
That's fucking disgusting. I love it.
A2 fork.
Apparently my room is
This is
haunted.
Someone had to
Walk.
be the bad guy, and I guess it was me.
Achievement.
Oh, what the hell?
And since that does bring us to the end of our game tonight, I do want to thank everyone who has joined in. First, thank all of my guests in the cafe, everyone in the chat for making me crack up in the middle of our game, everyone who donated, everyone who shared or rated, and joining us at this kickoff game of the fundraiser and this channel as a whole. We do have one more game tonight. I'll tell you a little bit about that. But before we do, I do want to go around one more time and give a shout out to all of our players here for this Noblesse Goblige game. So please tell us who you are, where you can be found, and if there's anything you want to plug or where we can catch you next. And going around the circle again with the layout, we're going to start with JoJo.
Oh, hey guys. I'm JoJo. You can find me in things I've done on the internet at JoJo Culturalist. Please check out Apochromatic Unlimited on socials, which is a BIPOC storytelling collective where we try to get people to get their proverbial wings in the storytelling space. Tonight I played Joyfie, the foghorn leghorn goblin priest who was brutally betrayed and usurped at the end of a very fair game.
You have to
Uh,
wear your patoot top.
but yeah, and also Goblinkind's premier fashionista. Um, it's been fun. It's been the first game that I've played in a few months, so I'm really happy that I was able to do it and help Jem out, and I had a good time playing tonight. So
Next, we've got Merm.
Hi everybody, my name is Merm. I've been playing our little tall goblin guy. Wow, I'm forgetting Fork's name. You can find me on Instagram and Blue Sky at Merm with 3 R's. That's MIRRRM, where you can find all the places that I'll be. Coming up super soon, on Friday night, I will be playing Trophy Dark for Roll for Wishes on the Nerds with Dice channel. And then on Saturday, I'm on the Nerds with Dice channel again, playing our mid-season finale of Fields of the Dead, which is played on the Walking Dead TTRPG system, where I play Deborah, who's a Midwest white mom who's trying to survive the zombie apocalypse and makes very inappropriate jokes about her dead husband Dick, capital D Dick. So you can catch me over there being chaotic and crashing trucks and doing all the fun stuff. But yeah, that's what's right then, and I got some more stuff coming up which you can find on my Blue Sky. So yeah.
All right. And Anna.
All right. Hi, everybody. I am Anna. I was Slimet today. You can find me across the internet pretty much everywhere at Local Level Up Lady. That's local LVL Up Lady. I'm also the co-creator of Hilarity Save RPG, where we make a lot of different actual plays. I've started veering a lot into making anthologies lately. I'm the dungeon master for Dastly Dungeoneers, which is a pseudo anthology, dark fantasy, Wild West D&D thing. It's pretty fun. It's got a bunch of friends and other faces from the TTRPG community on there, and at the end of this month into next month, I'll be releasing Beyond the Witching Hour, which is a TTRPG actual play horror anthology, which Merm was on. So that'll start releasing very soon. Very excited about it.
Awesome. Closing out with On.
Oh yeah. Hi, my name is An, also Ondoen. I'm a founder of the TTRPG channel Roll D5, ROLE D5, where we specialize in showcasing indie TTRPGs, of which you've seen November in the chat. Their first game will be on our channel tomorrow night. So when we're done there, we'll raid you guys. So you'll see us again. But everything I'm doing is on my socials. I'm going to be in a Lord of the Rings campaign coming up. Very excited about that one. And a few other things in the works. Philly by Night is coming back starting in January. So I'm very excited to be playing Lilith, the Tremere vampire again. I need to buy a new wig because I lost her wig, so I gotta go do that. It's long and white and beautiful, and I have to get another one. But that is pretty much everything about me.
Awesome. And I've been Jem, your host. You can find me everywhere at Gemaginative. My pronouns are she, her. And we are having games all this week up until next Monday. But up next, we have another pretty hilarious game. It's called Big Motherfucking Crab Shuckers. That's hosted, GM'd by Rima. So before we go, I do want to say we're probably going to close out the stream, and they'll be coming back. We did run over our time a little bit, so have patience with the new crew jumping in. But Rima is about to lead a group of crabs through the journey below. Really excited to see what this story comes out. And there's a whole bunch of really silly redemptions for this one. But for those of you who are joining for this game, thank you to everyone listening, everyone for joining us at the cafe. I hope you've enjoyed your stay, and I hope you'll stay for the next game or join us for a game later on in the week. Thank you, and have a good night.